everybody, excited utterance here. My name's Hella, and we're back with another Boonathon. Justice for Sarah Boone, justice for everybody, and more documents have dropped. More documents have dropped. I don't like to say I told you so, but I freaking told you so. Ha! Yes, you know what? I think that someone else needs to come in here and enjoy this moment with me.
Hey.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know what? We started this whole thing, 2 weeks ago or so,
Yeah.
and everybody in the entire universe was like, F Sarah Boone, F her rights. She's a gigantic murderer. Everything she says is just BS. She just wants the whole world to revolve around her, and
Yes.
everything is of her making. And stuff her. She deserves to be this way. And she's burnt through 8 lawyers. 8, they said. 8. Ocho. Yes. Ocho esquires. And
Lawyer
and oh yeah. And also she will have a fair trial. Everything's fair because she murdered him. Well, aha. And that judge is being so fair. I couldn't imagine a judge being more fair. Well, you know what? He's a dick.
Yes.
Judge Kranig is a big so-and-so dick face. And Justice for Sarah Boone is in the bin, in the round file under F. The round file under F. And you know that laptop that they said that they were going to give her? Well, Dali and I both said there's no way that that jail is going to charge up that laptop. And here we are. Here we are. That laptop is dead as a dodo. Dead as George.
Yes.
Oh, well, sorry. Is it too soon?
It's as useless. It's as useful as a suitcase.
Hella was right. Half Irish. Hashtag Hella was right. I love you, Half Irish. Hey Murph, how's it going? Are you all tired of me grandstanding now?
Only a little.
just a tiny bit. I'm allowed just a little bit. Oh, hey Diane, how are you? Mostly listening. How's it going? Oh, hello, Sweet Tooth. Yes, you were first, Sweet Tooth. You were first, Sweet Tooth. Christine has been a member for 8 months. Wow, Christine, we love having you here. You're so great. And Mavka, free Sarah. Look, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go. Mavka is right on there on the Justice for Sarah Boone train. Look, Mavka, I don't know if she should be completely free, but I definitely appreciate your commitment to this. I really do. I really do. She deserves a fair trial. Everyone deserves a fair trial. That's the point. That is the point. And when I first started broadcasting on this one, what really got me was the fact that people just could not see that she was about to not get a fair trial. Just not get a fair trial. That was what it was all about to me. And there was a lot of misinformation getting around. Tons of it. And there still is. And look, I know I'm not a lawyer. I know I'm not even an American. I'm not going to harp on that one. I know I'm not the biggest streamer. I know that I haven't earned my stripes like, say, Peter Tragos, for example. Peter Tragos now is saying the same kind of stuff in that, come on, it's 2024. why are we not looking at pro se defendants as having some sort of rights to be able to represent themselves effectively? Just because you decide to go pro se, not that she decided to, but just because you decide to go pro se does not mean that's a death sentence. It should not be a death sentence. Those were his words. And so someone like him, he's gone and used his influence, and he has a lot more influence than little old me. And his chat is really starting to turn around, and that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay. Not intentional. She still did something, Diane. She still was complacent as that man sat in the suitcase and suffocated to death. So as far as I'm concerned, that is at the very least manslaughter. At the very least. However, that does not mean that she deserves to just have her rights thrown out and not have a fair trial. No one does. What's this? Okay, so no, we'll move on. Now, yes, you agree. Absolutely, Diane. Exactly. No one does. No one does. Now, there have been some documents dropped, and there's a few different things going on at the moment. Last time we broadcast on this, we talked about the fact that there's another side to why these lawyers may have decided to recuse themselves so quickly, right? One of them stuck around for about a year. That was Bankowitz. But most of them ditched her pretty fast, right? And the popular narrative is they ditched her pretty fast because she was just so insufferable, right? Now, interestingly, because the JAC is now trying to work out who to pay what money to, and this is in response to lawyer Hobson coming along and invoicing the full $15,000 flat fee for his 4 months of representation. Since that's come out, very good timing. It's become a little bit clearer, at least to myself and to a few of you guys. It's become a little bit clearer that actually maybe these public defenders might have been a little bit more patient with Sarah Boone had they been being paid maybe by the hour rather than this flat fee. And of course, they did walk into this, they did agree to this, but whole situation with public defenders is they get paid a flat fee. Sometimes it works out to their benefit, sometimes it doesn't. And in this instance, it really didn't. It was a much bigger workload for this case as opposed to other cases. And we're going to see that when we have a bit of a look today, because the JAC has asked the four lawyers, not 8, the 4, to come forth with some of their costs and for their costs. So that's going to be really interesting. But before we do that, we're going to have a look into something a little bit more spicy that people have been talking about, and that is her behavioral her inmate behavioral, what is it called?
You have it.
Inmate behavioral notes from jail. We don't usually see this stuff, guys. And Dali and I have been talking about this backstage. Why are we seeing this now? Why are we seeing this now? It may be because of the whole custody of the discovery. Let's have a look. So now this stuff is being put on the public record. Of course, this stuff's always documented when people are in jail or prison.
Yeah.
But we're seeing this stuff being uploaded onto the public website, and it's just interesting to me that now this is under public scrutiny. When it's Sarah Boone, of course, people are going to take every little piece of it and pull it to bits and wonder why she's doing certain things, like, for example, refusing her breakfast. But generally, she's been a really good inmate over the last 4 years. She hasn't really gotten herself into much trouble. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at what's happened over the last couple of weeks. So we've got a notice of filing. Please take notice. The court hereby files the following in the court file. IMS record for Orange County Jail per memorandum from the Orange County Corrections Department, Security Operations, done and ordered at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. There she is. Nice mugshot there.
Aw.
Would it be better if I changed the way that we're viewing this? Hang on. No, I suppose that's okay. All right. So we're going to be looking from, hey, Darcy, is Florida Sunshine Law? Yeah, I know, Darcy, but usually they don't upload every single one of these.
No.
I know you can get it. Like, you can FOIA request any of this
Yeah.
stuff all the time.
You can get it from the jail, but you have to be specific. And in this instance, it's specifically going to uploading to the court system
Yeah, they're actually putting it up there.
every day. I think.
Yeah.
Every
There's
couple
been
days.
2 or 3 of them. Yeah, there's been
Yeah.
2 or 3 of them go up there without any request. So, and I think it's got a lot to do with, the custody of the discovery. But there's some other things coming up too that are interesting just recently. Mavka, I know. And you keep bringing this up, and I need to make a video about it. That George cried out in the exact same tone as that old body cam. It's critical. I know. And
Sarah.
No, it's not. Hey, you're doing it in an Aussie accent.
I was doing it in a parrot accent.
Okay.
Well, that's how macaws would do it.
Oh, macaw.
Macaws.
All right. Dali, our resident
Ah.
reader, are you up to it today?
Sure.
Sure. Let's go. So starting from, not much happened here. So we're looking at, okay, we've got date observed. She's got the laptop, etc., hard drive, USB cord. So those things she's allowed to have. Hang on. She's allowed to have the USB cord? That's a
USB,
strangulation
not
risk.
power cord.
Oh,
but yeah, you're right. It is a
strangulation
a USB
risk.
cord.
Okay. All right. So if she had it, she returned it.
Where do you want me to start?
How about we start from, she refused, this one here. So discovery hard drive issued, offered to inmate Boone. She refused to do that. There.
Oh, she refused to her going to court.
She refused to do her going to court.
She refused due to her going to court.
Oh, hang on. So one discovery hard drive issued, offered to inmate Boone. She refused due to her going to court. What?
Well, they're just making any note possible of the laptop.
Right.
So she was offered the laptop, but Sarah couldn't take the laptop because, hey, I got to go to court.
Okay, cool. All right, next one.
Inmate Boone was advised not to wear her altered inmate blues uniform to downtown court. While
Okay, so hang on. She was advised not to wear her altered inmate blues uniform to downtown court.
Yes.
What altered inmate uniform? Okay. I think we're missing something here. Okay, keep going.
While inmate Boone appeared for her scheduled court appearance, it was discovered by CRSO Jones that Boone had altered her county issued blues. with staples alone the seam of her pants legs. Inmate Boone was counseled for this negative behavior and informed that her blues were considered contraband and issued more blues.
Okay, so she appeared for her scheduled court appearance. It was discovered by CRS Jones that Boone had altered her county-issued blues with staples along the seams of her pants. Inmate Boone was counseled for this negative behavior and informed that her blues... Okay, I don't get it. Where did she get staples to alter the seams of her pants?
I believe you have my stapler.
Where did she even get staples? I don't get it. How did that even happen?
She took it from Milton in Office Space. Believe you have my stapler?
What? She's not allowed a cord for her laptop. How has she got a stapler? Someone help me.
Well, she's a resourceful little minx.
She is a resourceful little minx. But I'm not kidding. Like, she asked in court if she could even have some rubber bands. Yeah, she's got a stapler. Who's dumb enough to give her a stapler? I'm not defending her here. That was dumb, Sarah. Like, that was really stupid.
Wait, are you saying the correction officer took her stapler?
The correction officer
took her stapler. Okay, it was an Office Space joke.
Who are you talking to?
I was making a joke from Office Space. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, sorry. No, no, I haven't. No. Oh. Okay, all right, let's keep going. This is dumb of you, Sarah. You shouldn't be doing this. But still, I want to know how she even got a stapler in the damn first place. This makes no sense to me. Okay. This next one, Inmate Boone.
Inmate Boone was given 2 property bags to secure her discovery documents. Inmate Boone was also given several manila envelopes.
Yeah, these people need to learn to spell. Several.
Inmate Boone laptop was available and provided to her at 2,000 hours. Informational purposes.
Okay, so laptop was available and provided to her at 2,000. Okay, so the laptop was available and given to her. Let's keep going.
Inmate Boone, Sarah, returned laptop at 2,200 hours. That was 2 hours. Informational purposes only.
Okay, because think about this. So 20 hours. So that's what time of day?
8 o'clock. She received the laptop. 8 p.m. She received the laptop. 10 p.m. She gave it back.
So that's she's supposed to get that 2 hours at nighttime. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so fair. That's right on time.
And then the next morning, 8 a.m. Laptop, 3 USB, 1 Discovery hard drive, issued to Inmate Boone.
Okay, and then what happened?
Let's see. At 7:48 or 1948 hours, Inmate Boone, Sarah, notified staff that she was not sure that she was going to use the laptop because she is unable to get internet. Can't get that Pornhub. Inmate Boone stated that she will let staff know when she is ready to use the laptop. At 2100 hours, Inmate Boone approached staff and requested to use the laptop. The laptop was provided to Inmate Boone's.
Okay, so hang on a minute. So she notified staff she was not sure she was going to use the laptop because she was unable to get internet at what time? At
7:48.
Right, so just before she's allowed to use it, which is at 8 p.m.
Well, no, I think she can use it for a few hours at night.
That's what I mean. So 7:48 p.m. She just before she's allowed to use it, she says to the guards that, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it tonight because what's the point? I can't get in it anyway.
Well, hold on. No.
7:48 p.m.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's like maybe she requested it, but then saw she didn't have internet. So then she gave it back because she didn't need it. Because
She
she
know
didn't have internet.
she can never get internet.
Well,
When can she
apparently
have
she
internet?
can. It says because she's unable to get internet.
Yeah, but I'm not I don't think that she can
Oh,
ever
maybe
have
she was
internet.
just being pissy and be like, "I don't need this because I can't get internet."
Yeah, maybe she was being pissy, or maybe she was just stating a fact. She can't get internet.
So, yeah.
Maybe the correctional officer just wanted to state down the fact that Sarah stated that she can't get internet.
Wants to do her OnlyFans and can't.
Golly,
Oh. Inmate Boone Sarah verbally refused her breakfast tray.
she doesn't like breakfast. I don't know
No.
what they're serving these people for breakfast, but she refuses breakfast a lot. Anyway,
On Friday, August 16th at approximately 7:30 a.m. hours, I informed inmate Boone that the laptop will be made available to her for her to utilize between the hours of 0800 to 1600 4 p.m. At approximately 07:42 a.m. hours, the laptop returned. 12 minutes later.
now hang on a minute. Okay, so laptop at approximately 7:42 hours, the laptop arrived. Okay, let's keep going.
Um, at On Friday, August 16th, inmate Boone requested an extra small uniform shirt
Yep.
verbally, also inmate request form. Inmate Boone complains that the small uniform shirts issued to her has an improper fit, too big. Inmate Boone complains the small uniform shirts are revealing. Hmm.
Mhm.
I contacted Uniform Supply. I was informed the smallest uniform shirt is a small. Inmate
Mm.
Boone requests to receive an extra small shirt prior to her meeting on Saturday, August 17th, 2024.
Okay, so here's the thing. People have been talking a lot about this, about her wanting the extra small shirt, and how dare she want or demand to have special treatment, i.e., a smaller shirt. Why would she want a smaller shirt? What's the big deal? Um, and also this whole thing with stapling the uniform together. I have a theory on this. I have a theory on this. I think that she feels or is paranoid that the cameras or something this she's flashing. I think she thinks she's flashing. She is a large bosomed woman.
Like me.
And yes, yes, you understand these issues, darling. Myself, I've never had to deal with this quite myself.
Mm,
Um, I don't I don't get the concerns of a large bosomed woman. So maybe you could explain.
yes.
However, the prison garb, if you have noticed, is pretty much just like a smock, and it has like the low cut armholes and the low V at the front. And I noticed when she was getting up the other day to have her shackles removed and she turned around, uh, she she wasn't exposing herself, but she looked concerned, and I could
Hmm.
see how it's possible that she could have exposed or felt like she was exposing herself, or that if the shirt was too big, if the thing was too big for her, that it could have caused her to sort of fall out of it. Now, I don't
Yeah.
know whether someone said something to her, but
Um, I don't know. Like me personally, the reason I wear dark t-shirts is because I
mm,
sweat a lot, no matter what. I'm a sweaty boy. And in high school, I was super insecure because if I wore like a blue shirt or a normal colored shirt, like you'd see my
Mm,
it's a sweating. And I've gotten
mm,
better, but like it's just you
mm,
develop these like mental things and
mm.
you get really insecure about stuff and like, okay, so I don't like to wear like blue or other colors like that.
Sure, sure. I mean,
I
in
love
my in
Hell
my
sure, that's okay. What you're saying, that's weird. Okay, sure.
Sure, sure. I don't usually say sure either. But
I'm just teasing.
yeah. Also, actually, I was just thinking about Florida and how hot it is there
Oh,
as well, and maybe it has something to do with the heat. I don't know. I'm just
it's
trying to think
humid.
through why it would matter to her so much to go to this much effort, because the whole thing with the staples is effort.
Yeah,
Right? Like, she could get herself into a lot of trouble for doing something like that. Why bother,
yeah,
Sarah? Like, that's not like her. She hasn't caused any trouble in jail at all, really. And now's not the time to getting herself in trouble, to staple bits of her clothing together. What's she worried about up there? What's going on? And people will just say, "Oh, she's just crazy. She's nuts." No, 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 no. Nah, there's something else happening. And then for her to go to effort to try and get a smaller outfit, I think she's paranoid about, like, she knows for sure that she is on national
yeah.
television all the time. So I think her there's a body thing going on. Also, she's gained a ton of weight in um in jail. If you look
Well,
back at the video of her in the police interrogation, she was much skinnier.
oh,
No side boob can be seen through open armpits. I get it. Yeah, yeah, Diane. Exactly, exactly. So we are, Brad. Yeah. So we are giving her body image issues. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm not blaming myself. I'm not blaming us. I'm just saying she's probably got them herself. She's probably got her own body image issues. That's probably what's going on here. Something like that. And anyone, guys, you know me. You know me. I'm always just trying to work out how people are thinking.
yeah.
What's driving people to do the stuff that they're doing, and because this seems really out of character for her to do something stupid like get staples and staple her clothing together. And don't mind me, like, as in, I don't think that she'd do something stupid. She's done stupid stuff before, like the whole suitcase thing. But as in doing stupid stuff in jail, not really. She hasn't really done that much stupid stuff in jail. Like, her record in jail's clean. It's really clean. So, and especially right now, as in leading up to trial, she's behaving herself big time. This is out of the ordinary, this whole staple thing. So, hey, KLF, Clippy keeps looking at Sarah's boobs. And that's the other thing. I thought it was really interesting. Um, the whole paperclip thing. Is there going to be there's something about paperclips? People keep talking about paperclips. And I thought maybe she is just so starved for stationery, like, she wanted stationery so bad. Maybe she just misses Mr. Clippy. Do you remember Mr. Clippy?
I do.
Him.
Yeah, he was a
And
cutie pie.
there he is. I know. And, like, because the computer has no software on it. And it's probably been quite a while since she's done any, like, real, like, computer work. She just misses Mr. Clippy and the old Microsoft Word so bad. And then I was like, I need to go find Mr. Clippy. It's hard to find Mr. Clippies.
Really?
Yeah,
Gosh.
I know. He's so annoying, a little bugger. But he used to like get on bikes and stuff, and he'd turn himself into like little planes and things. But yeah, like the original Mr. Clippy, that was him. He'd just like sit on top of a Word document and go, and he'd make creepy eyes at you. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Clippy. Let's keep going. He was a perverted little office supply. Yeah. You can't stop watching him. Urkel had her chest.
Ogle.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Anna.
He's a
Darren needs to
seductive little minx.
He is. He needs to. Sarah needs to report Mr. Clippy to HR. Mr. Clippy, I notice you're trying to write a letter to get out of jail.
Did you mean to do that?
Let me help you. Yes, did you mean to? He's like the original AI helper.
Did you mean to represent yourself?
Yes.
Here, let me present you a list of why that's a bad idea.
Yes. Oh my god. And she's like, not intentional.
No, and she's just raging. No, I didn't mean to represent myself.
No, I didn't. Could you go away, Mr. Clippy? Fuck off.
Come back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, don't worry. I will be back in less than 10 minutes. I'll be back in 3 minutes.
Not intentional. Not intentional.
Great. Now she got to look at a paperclip for the rest of the trial.
Oh, don't worry. Mr. Clippy's sticking around for all our future streams. Don't you worry. Oh dear. Yeah, he's really perverted. Look at him. Look at him.
I know. I can't not see it now. It's so dirty. No wonder she's got that look on her face.
It's like, stop it.
I'd be upset if some paperclip was ogling my chest.
Stop it. You little wire bastard. Stop it. Get off. Why have you clipped yourself to me? I have to clip that.
Ah.
Oh no, he keeps looking. All right. Where are we up to? Where are we up to?
God, I don't know.
Extra small uniform shop. We've done that. What's this devotional? Oh, they gave her a devotional book.
Aw, ooh, the Church of Boone.
It's so she could pray for the Clippy to go away.
Was it like the Book of Mormon?
Oh, who knows? All right. We're up to this one.
Okay. So on Friday, August 16th at approximately 4 o'clock, inmate Boone turned in the laptop, USB drive, and Discovery hard drive.
Good. All right.
On 8/16, inmate Boone requested a smaller inmate uniform top due to a meeting scheduled for her case. I asked inmate Boone what size top did she currently have on, and she informed me a small. I informed inmate Boone that size small was the smallest inmate uniform top that FDC had to offer. Inmate Boone requested that I look for her a different small that may fit smaller than the small that she was wearing. More small. The small. Give me the small.
The smallest small.
I informed inmate Boone that I would not look for her and smaller small. She was informed to wear a t-shirt or a thermal under her top if she felt that it was too big and might show too much.
Too much. Okay, well, that's actually a decent solution, though. Like, if they have thermals and t-shirts that she could wear underneath, that would solve the issue. But I am not looking for a smaller small. Booney.
The smallest of smalls.
The smallest of smalls. half Irish. I agree. She's not very small, but those things must be huge.
Thank
And
you.
that's what he said. Yeah. Yeah, they must be giant because she's not that small, right? So therefore, like, what would you do if you're like a tiny woman like me? Like I'm teensy weensy, right? And if I was in that jail, heaven forbid, those those smock things, they'd be like a tent for me. I could build my own little town. All right, let's keep going. Hard drive approximately 3 USBs, 1 discovery hard drive, approximately 1908 hours. Let's keep going. Alrighty. This is from here.
I informed inmate Boone that she had until 1100 hours to utilize it. She said she need a mental break and would not like to utilize it. This entry is for informational purposes only.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Max Headroom made this note.
informational purpose only.
Either that or the guy was having a seizure. I don't know.
Something like that. That person needed a mental break.
Good Lord. What, Alex, or Pat, I would like to buy a space.
Yeah, right. Okay. Saturday, August 17th.
Inmate Boone requests to shower prior to 0800 hours due to a meeting conducted on today. Inmate Boone was afforded the opportunity to shower at approximately 0716 hours. Next one. On Saturday, August 17th at approximately 7:15, I informed inmate Boone the laptop, USB drive, and discovery hard drive would be available for her usage between 0800 to 1600 hours. The laptop, USB drive, and discovery hard drive arrived approximately 0725.
Okay, so it arrived early. Okay. Then what happened?
On August 17th, 2024, inmate Boone was on an interview with a professional visitor. The visitor informed me that he had legal mail for inmate Boone. Sergeant Dunn, Corporal Hull, and I searched inmate Boone property. During the search, the following items were amongst her legal mail: paperclips, staples, clear Ziploc bags, one written tablet with staples attached. During the search, inmate Boone became argumentative and questioning staff why her property was being searched. I explained to inmate Boone that she is subject to search at any time. Inmate was not receptive.
Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Come on, mate. I'm sticking up for you here. I'm fighting the good fight. Sarah, come on now.
Throw hella a bone.
Come on now, help me out, mate. Come on. I'm over here on the other side of the world.
Writing her angry letters.
I've got justice for Sarah Boone up, and come on now. You know better than this. Yeah. That's why Mr. Clippy's out. That's why Mr. Clippy's out. Someone's brought her paper clips. Someone's brought her a stash of stationery. Who is this professional visitor? What professional visitor? Professional visitor. Bringing her what? Legal mail, paper clips, staples, clear Ziploc bags. What's a written tablet?
I'm guessing a notebook or whatever.
And then she gets argumentative and questions stuff why her property's being searched. Lady, come on. Sarah, you know better than this. Yeah, it's It's like it's Roman times, Diane. A written tablet. It's like it was carved into stone. Hey, Snibbles. How's it going, Snibbles?
Snivels.
Snibbles. Hello, Snibbles. This is... Okay, firstly, usually when someone arrives, they are named or something, like it's not a professional visitor. So that would say to me that they have some sort of privilege, like they're an attorney, or perhaps maybe
Investigator or
an
somebody with the defense.
something to do with her defense, like perhaps an expert witness. Something to do with her strategy to do with her defense.
Yeah.
That would be why they're not being named. I don't think it would be Mr. Lane, as in her investigator, because he tends to get named. He does get named, in fact.
Well, he does, but that was when Sarah was like, I don't know who this is. People are scaring me. And then Sarah realized who it was and she wanted to meet with him. So
actually, Dali, that's been debunked. She's known him for 3 years.
Yes, but maybe she didn't realize it was him at the time.
Oh, you mean as in coming to the jail?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Right. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hey.
Good to see you, mate. Okay, so yeah, this whole idea of a professional visitor coming and not being named, so that would therefore have something to do with her defense, perhaps, right? So this whole thing about bringing her some sort of stationery, this is dumb. I don't get it. And she's stuffed up here. This is a bad look, Sarah. Come on. What are you doing? This is dumb. All right, let's keep going. Hard drive at approximately 44 hours. Yep.
Delivered late due to staff shortage.
Oh, fantastic. 40 minutes lost. Keep going.
3 USBs, 1 discovery hard drive at approximately 2,200 hours returned. The next morning, 6:03 a.m., inmate verbally refused breakfast. She did not want to break her fast, apparently.
No. Hey, Erica, how's it going? And Steve, well, we thought, considering that she's has no apps and would really, really like a word processor, that maybe she misses MS Clippy. And also, because the theme today has to do with stationery and missing stationery, that also MS Clippy would like to be involved. But then we noticed that MS Clippy is kind of perverted and looking down at her bosom.
Chesticles.
Yeah, so that's a little bit distracting. Clippy there, yeah, KLM. You like how Clippy there is checking out Sarah's boobies.
I'm jealous.
Oh dear. Okay. Alrighty, let's keep going. So moving on. Yeah.
Okay.
This is all getting a bit boring, the whole bringing the laptop back and forth. So Sunday 18th, laptop issued. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So at approximately 8-10 hours, I was informed by inmate Boone Sarah. The issued laptop was not charged.
Hang on, where are you?
Oh,
there we are. There. This bit. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Sorry, yep.
Sergeant Y. Dunn. I don't know why he's done. Was notified.
Why were you done? You was notified and responded with a charger. Okay, hang on. This is where it starts, guys. This is where it starts. And why have you not done your job? Why done?
I don't know why he not done it.
Why?
Why Dunn not done it?
Why? I know why. Because you know what? They don't have to do their job. Why done?
Qualified
It's not really the most
immunity.
important thing to them. Yeah, not really the most important thing to them. And it starts. At 8:10 hours, informs inmate Sarah Boone issued laptop was not charged.
At
He responded with a charger. Good for him. So there we go. At approximately
900 hours, the laptop began charging. Inmate Boone was notified. At approximately 10:15, I reissued 1 laptop, 3 USB drives, 1 Discovery hard drive to inmate Boone Sarah. The 3 USB drive and 1 Discovery hard drive was secured in 1 plastic bag together. At approximately 10:45 hours, inmate Boone Sarah turned in a request. The request referenced receiving an ink pen and paper from staff. Sergeant Wydun was notified and retrieved inmate Boone request form. Wydun returned a B dorm with 2 inmate pens. Is this a riddle? For inmate Boone Sarah to utilize at approximately 10:59 hours. Because when I say approximately, I go ahead and say 10:59.
59.
I approximate it's at the 59th minute of the hour. Dude, just say 11 o'clock, okay? It's not, we're not, dealing with, this isn't time of death here, okay? Just say 11.
10:59 and 0.2951.
Yeah. What's the second?
Yeah.
At approximately 10 o'clock, 59 hours, 22 seconds, I issued 2 inmate pens to inmate Boone Sarah.
Sergeant Dunn informed that she issued inmate Boone legal paper yesterday. She got her paper already yesterday. At approximately 11:04 hours.
Wait.
I was informed by.
When did she get the laptop back?
Hang on, wait. She got the laptop back. Hang on.
10:15. So 45 minutes later, the laptop was charged at 52%.
Okay.
So, assuming they gave it back to her fully charged, I don't know for sure, but let's just say that means 45 minutes later, it was down 50%. Which gives her.
That's not what they're saying. They're saying that they gave it back to her at 52%. So it never went back to her at 100%. They gave it back to her half charged.
No, at approximately 10:45 hours, it may, or wait,
10:45?
Yeah, because at approximately 10:15, I reissued 1 laptop to inmate Boone Sarah. And then at 11:04, I was informed by Boone Sarah the laptop was at 52%.
Oh. So you're saying it went down by half?
Assuming it was charged to 100%.
Assuming, right? So she went and said only half an hour, 45 minutes later.
Minutes.
No, 50. Let's go 54 minutes later. No, 49 minutes later.
Yeah.
49 minutes later. I'm terrible at math. 49 minutes later, it went down to 52%.
Yeah. So less than 2
That's
hours.
a great laptop.
Because I've been really paying attention to all these numbers, trying to see what charge time she had.
Yeah.
And
it's garbage.
It sounds like it's less than 2 hours, closer to 90 minutes.
Okay. So the technical term is it's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah. They've given her a piece of crap laptop with no apps on it.
Yeah.
And then they don't bother to charge it.
And then when they do charge it, the battery is shit. And
Yeah. Yeah. And then she has to put in a request to get some goddamn pens.
yeah.
And then they say, we gave you paper yesterday, bitch.
But here's a couple pens.
Here's a couple of pens, but you have to.
You already got paper.
Yeah, you got paper yesterday, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This is absolute bullshit.
But no, I was wondering this entire time from when I said they weren't going to charge your laptop, how long is it going to last? And it sounds like we got the.
I've got 4 or 5 clips of us saying this for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. And it sounds like the answer now is 90 minutes to 2 hours, 120 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So then we've got, all right, so we've got all that. So then hang on, where did we get up to? We got up to 11 or 4 hours.
We finished.
It was 52%. No, then there was there's this.
Yeah. As the dorm officer, I am aware that inmate Boone Sarah is to receive a laptop per a set schedule. I am also aware that she tends to use it
frequently.
Sounds like trying to go to the bathroom with an STD. However, I noticed today that she didn't ask. God damn, dude. This spelling is driving me insane.
God.
However, I noticed today that she didn't. Calm blue waters. However, I noticed today that she didn't ask fire it since my arrival to shift it. I then asked if she would like to utilize her laptop privileges, to which she stated, "Yes, I've been wanted to use it, but you didn't ask me. I was told that you guys are to ask me if I want to use it and I am not to ask any questions."
Ha.
It should be noted that inmate Boone has been briefed by Staff Eye regarding her laptop usage since she first received it, and is to also ask the dorm officer if she would like to use it. His typos are Valley Girl.
Please no. Don't make this more painful.
Again, she did not notify me that she would like to use it at any time.
Thank you, Kay. Seriously, you're with me. Good God, man. Stop it.
No, I think she's talking about the spelling.
Maybe, but you're not making it any easier to listen to.
Damn it.
Hey, Devil.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Do Angry Man. Angry Man's better.
She did not. No, I can do this. She did not notify me that she would like to use it at any time since my arrival to Shiffite. She received the laptop and Kaput Ward was notified. Moments later, while I was conducting a visual inspection, she stated to me that the laptop was low on battery. What are you talking about? I need to work on my Max Headroom impression, apparently.
A visual inspection like Clippy.
Oh, God. So she stated to me that the laptop was low on battery. Well, golly, she's having some trouble with the battery. To which I looked and confirmed that it was. Inmate Boone then requested an Op 60 statement form stating, "This is the 3rd day in a row that it's been given to me with a dead battery. It's supposed to be charged. May I have the statement form that they give you guys to document when I don't use the laptop? I want to write about the laptop constantly being dead." She was given the firearm, and the laptop was placed on the charger yet again. This entry is fire documentation purposes only.
Fire. How many times has this person written fire?
Seriously,
Hang on.
like,
A lot. Like, look, fire.
does he use spell check? And that's just how his
Fire.
is like.
Fire.
He does it all the time. So now a spell check
Fire.
just goes back to that.
Fire. Look at them all. Look at all the fires.
He spells it
Fire.
wrong more than he does right.
Hang on, this is a woman, Shajada Ford.
Shahada?
Shahada Ford. Wow, this person really thinks it's fire. Okay.
Well, they also said Shifite.
Wow. Goodness me, Officer Fat Fingers. Dead, like her boyfriend. That's what everyone's gonna say. Schnibbles.
God.
It's gonna be like, well, the laptop's dead, like her boyfriend. She deserves a dead laptop like her boyfriend. Caleb, how hard is it to take the laptop away, plug it in, and just leave it wherever it is, and then give it back to her the next day? You know what? I reckon they're doing this on purpose. But hey,
It could just be incompetence.
plausible deniability.
Either way, yeah, there is deniability. But no, I knew this was going to happen from the second they had to be in charge of charging it.
Because you know what? They have no responsibility to ensure she has a fair trial.
Or accountability.
None. And the judge even said it in court that they have no responsibility. So you know what he gets to do? White pants. Oh well.
Suffer, Sarah, suffer.
Suffer.
Hope and seethe, child.
And he gets to look like he is being all fair and calm and nice and being so helpful and patient, when all he has to do is just palm her off to the county jail where they can F her over. This is so infuriating. It is so infuriating. Them messing with her would be the least surprising thing, right, Schnivels? Right, Schnivels?
Do you want me to...
Also, I am about to say thank you, John Cummins, for the 5 excited utterance memberships. John, you are awesome. Do you? Would you like to read them out, darling?
Yes, I was just about to ask. Selena was gifted a membership. Cinda Brown. A Stevan Gosney. A Helen Jennison. And a Colo Mountain Girl.
Oh, did Steve get one?
Yes.
Steve Gosney got one. That's so cool. Lovely. That's awesome. If you haven't watched my stream about what happened to Steve Gosney, go have a look at it. He is sharing it all over the place.
Yes. He mentioned it in Nick's stream earlier. What she said about it was, what she said about it was like what happened.
Yeah, he has been saying that. So that's awesome. Love Steve, and all of our thoughts and prayers go to him and his family and everybody involved in the terrible crap that's been going on with him lately. So yeah, everyone have a look at that one if you're concerned about what's happened with Steve. Cancel culture sucks. Anyway, I stuck up for Mr. Clippy and he's just making it worse. Love you, John, for all the gifted memberships. You're awesome. Now let's move on.
Thank you.
Justice for Steve. Absolutely. You're so mad about it. Yeah, I know. I'm mad about Mr. Clippy too.
Or Steve.
Oh, you mean about Steve? Yeah. Okay. So moving on. What we're going to do next? Oh, hang on. We're not finished with this. Oh, would you like to read this bit?
Yes. Inmate Boone Sarah is currently pro se and is allowed a laptop per scheduled hours offy the day. Inmate Boone Sarah, number 20005623, no space, is currently pro se and is allowed a laptop per scheduled hours. Charging not required. The laptop has a low battery and needed to be charged. An entry was made hours ago by this officer regarding the battery, and also inmate Boone requested an Op 60 statement firearm.
Firearm? What?
While requesting the firearm,
It's not another firearm. Are you serious?
He not only said form once, but twice. He misspelled form in 2 different ways.
Yeah, but it's also like for and form are both with an I. This is so weird. And statement firearm.
Yeah, and then go on. While collecting the firearm. He used the same word twice and misspelled it 2 different ways.
God. Oh, the day shift officer. The day.
Inmate Boone, I firearmed her. This has to be a joke.
This
has to be a joke. There's no way somebody could be this sloppy.
Well, I'm just
okay,
pleased.
it's government work, so
I'm just pleased this person is getting made fun of.
I'm just glad he can kind of spell.
I think Shahada.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's a girl. I'm pretty sure Shahada would be a girl.
Yeah. I informed to her that the laptop is now charged and she should be ready for use in the morning.
Mavka, I'm pretty sure it would need to be more than one broken key.
No, this seems to be a recurring theme with just her. And I see what she did there.
Yeah, to prim or not to prim.
I also told her that I will make the day shift officer aware that the laptop is to be charged once she is finished with it.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. Please go ahead and let the day shift officer aware that the laptop should be charged when she is done using it. That you know what, sweetie? Gold star on critical thinking. Really, you are a problem solver right there. I am proud of you, Shahada Ford. Yes, the laptop should be charged when Sarah is done using it. Every time.
That would be awesome.
Wow.
Maybe if you could go and make sure that happens, we will stop making fun of you.
Mind blown.
Yep.
Okay.
Up there for brains. Okay, so next. I'll do this next one if you like. So yep. So what we're going to look at now is we're going to just shift gears and
hold on one sec. Do you want me to finish the rest of it or
what? Oh, aren't you finished?
No, there's a little left. A couple sentences.
Okay, off you go.
So that she can utilize it during the night shift. Inmate Boone then stated, Miss Ford, I will take the firearm back. I didn't really want to turn it in. It's okay. I will keep it in my documents. Just please let the officers know that it has to be charged. I can't do anything without it. I gave her the firearm back, and Sergeant Moreno was notified. This entry is file documentation purposes only. Oh, and the next one, inmate refused breakfast. Okay, now I'm done.
Okay, now you're done? Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's fine, Dali, having too much fun.
Sorry.
Okay, so now we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to start talking about the 4 public defenders. Count them. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 8, but 4, who are now fighting over, well, not with fisticuffs yet, but fighting over not yet,
Remains.
the $15,000 of flat fee that they each thought that they might get when they are signed up to be on the case, right? So, as we discussed last stream, the JAC, the judicial, administrative, whoever they are the ones who hand out the money for the public defender's costs, for the investigator's costs, for the expert witness costs, basically for all the costs for the trial. They had a flat fee agreed for a public defender. And unfortunately, there's been more than one public defender. It's $15,000, guys. It's not very much money when you think about it for a murder case, especially a murder case or murder trial where the defendant has waived her right to a speedy trial. So when you've got someone who's waived their right to a speedy trial, that does mean that it's going to go on for a bit longer than when you've got a speedy trial. Speedy trial, they tends to be over. Well, it's got to be over within 3 months. So you'll have a few motion hearings leading up to it. You'll have like an evidence viewing, and then you'll have a trial. Hopefully, it'll be over within a few days. $15,000 might cover it. And you'll have some that will go really nicely like clockwork. But then there'll be some that will take longer. And like we discussed the other day, swings and roundabouts, some will take longer, some will be shorter. Now, what we looked at the other day was Hobson. So Hobson came along and he put his invoice in for $15,000. His invoice for $15,000 flat fee was basically for representing her for about 4 months. And his statement basically said that in the 4 months that he represented her, he earned his money. There was a ton of discovery. There was a ton of videos, interviews, etc. In the 4 months of time, he earned $15,000. And I don't dispute that. I would think that's fair enough. But the JAC has come back and gone, well, you know what? You're one of a group of attorneys. There is a multiple attorney case. And so we can't just pay you out the $15,000. That $15,000 needs to be split up between the 4 attorneys who spent time representing this defendant. So there needs to be an evidentiary hearing. So what the JAC has gone and done is said, okay, all of you guys, all 4 of you, you need to come back with a breakdown of your expenses, basically. So come along and tell us how much time you spent, etc. And Patricia Cashman has come forth with some information, which we're going to have a bit of a look at. There will be a hearing. And that hearing is going to be really interesting because we're going to, I don't know if it's going to end up getting really spicy, but we're going to hear how much time they kind of put into what, and whether or not it really was so much about whether they hated Sarah Boone or whether it was just a lot of time investment that wasn't so much worth the money that they were being paid. So, firstly, I'd like to go to a motion for attorney's fees by Patricia Cashman. So let's have a look at that. So he filed on the 21st of August. Hang on, I'll share that with you. I won't do a Sean. I'll share that with you. Okay, so this is Patricia Cashman. She was the last one to represent her, if you remember, blonde lady. Comes now Patricia Cashman, Esquire, as the private court-appointed attorney in the above entitled cause, and files this motion for attorney's fees pursuant to section 275304 FS, and in support thereof states as follows. That the undersigned Patricia A. Cashman was duly appointed as counsel for the defendant February 9th, 2024. Counsel was the 8th attorney appointed and the 4th private court-appointed attorney. So let's just clear this up for a second. 8th attorney appointed, but of the 8th attorney appointed, 4 of those never actually went forth and represented Sarah. So we can pull up those files if anyone wants to see them. 4 of them came straight up and said, we have conflicts of interest. One of them knew one of the witnesses, for example. I believe there may have been one who was involved in the arrest or may have represented as a public defender George at some stage. So they came forth, and there's a reason why they've not been asked to bill. It's because they never spent any time actually representing Sarah. The undersigned is now billing on this cause because the case has reached a billable point. The Justice Administration Commission's response to the billing was to object to the flat fee amount of $15,000 for attorney's fees and the $1,800 for reimbursable costs expended by this attorney, and a hearing is requested. A copy of the objection letter is attached and marked as Exhibit 1. Ooh, we have an objection letter. The undersigned counsel represented the defendant over a 4-month period. Counsel spent well over 100 hours on said case, as evidenced by the attached certificate of time marked as Exhibit 2. Over 20 of those hours were spent with the defendant. Ms. Boone was charged by information with secondary murder. There was a vast amount of media attention to the case. Yes, we know. Ms. Boone was accused of putting her boyfriend in a suitcase where he died. There was video of the incident that went viral. Counsel made preparing this case a priority, as the case had been pending since February 2020. The final disposition of the case was the court entering an order that Ms. Boone had waived her right to counsel. There was a significant amount of discovery to review. Multiple CDs, DVDs, paper discovery of over 400 pages of reports and statements, 2 banker boxes of files obtained from previous counsels, and background information on the relationship between the deceased and the defendant. The state listed 23 witnesses, 2 of whom were deposed by this counsel and 7 whom were deposed by previous counsel. There were 8 separate statements given by the defendant. Counsel also needed to review the media accounts that potential jurors may have seen. The case was heavily covered by Court TV, News Nation, Fox, local news channels, and the Orlando Sentinel. Know Your Lawyer, Legal Bites, and Bruce Rivers did multiple stories on their channels. Who's Know Your Lawyer?
Lawyer, you know?
I don't know that lawyer.
Get
I
don't know him either. Who could he be? I love
who's
Legal
Know Your
Bites.
Lawyer?
Legal Bites gets a mention.
Who's Know Your Lawyer?
You seriously, you couldn't include excited utterance on here, really?
Look, I'll live with that. I just like how funny it is that they get Know Your Lawyer. They write Know Your Lawyer, and I'm fairly sure they mean Peter. However, they get his name wrong.
Or are they trying to throw a dig at Sarah here? Like, Know Your Lawyer?
No, I'm sure they just got the name wrong. Lawyer, know your lawyer. How funny is that?
Oh, I do. Okay, I do love the part that's coming up.
Wait. Hang on. Before we go any further, I just have to say one thing. Bruce Rivers, he's a criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's a criminal lawyer. And he's going to react to all the self-snitching. He has the best song.
He does. Maybe we'll demonstrate it to Young Thug, your rapping abilities. Your beatboxing is top notch.
And he's going to react to all the self-snitching.
And his grandma's out there doing only feet.
Girl.
I do like his
Hating him.
videos.
He's great. I love Bruce.
I mean, he's on the leftist
I mean,
side, but he isn't.
whatever. Regardless
It
of that,
doesn't.
like,
He's very good.
often he hasn't got a clue what he's on about,
Yeah.
like, because he covers the cases like so fast. Like,
Yeah.
he just grabs, like, his son does the research, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and so he used to cover things a bit better because he was the only one doing it, and he didn't used to pump the videos out so fast. Whereas, like, for example, he did one on Mark Jensen, and when he did one on Mark Jensen, yeah, he didn't really know much about the case. Yeah, it was his
Why
early
didn't
last
I
year.
know this?
Yeah, it was because it was the trial was on, right?
I was just going through all
And
his videos recently. I can't believe I didn't see one on my boy.
yeah. But and because he can't like watch the whole trial, it's kind of like Peter Tragos, but
should.
Peter Tragos does a really good job of
An
like
amazing
watching
trial.
it all day somehow. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Legal Bites and Bruce Rivers did multiple stories on their channel. Many of the previously held court proceedings were televised, and the letters written by the defendant were published and analyzed. The defendant wrote a 58-page letter to the court and had previously written multiple long letters to the court that counsel needed to review to determine the potential impact on the case and develop a strategy for jury selection. Counsel spent over 20 hours at jail conferences with the client. Okay, so, this 58-page letter. Oh, wine. Sorry that the defendant wrote you a 58-page letter. How terrible. Unassigned counsel has submitted a voucher to JSC for payment. Florida Statute 2704 states a private attorney appointed by the court for the registry to represent a client is entitled to payment as provided in Section 275304. Florida statute, blah, 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 shall review intended billing by private court-appointed counsel for attorney fees based on a flat fee per case for completeness and compliance with contractual and statutory requirements. The commission may approve the intended bill for a flat fee per case for payment without approval by the court if the intended billing is correct, and an intended billing that seeks compensation for any amount exceeding the flat fee established for a particular type of representation as prescribed in the General Appropriations Act shall comply with subsections 11 and 12. And 11 and 12 are the legislature recognizes that on rare occasions an attorney may receive a case that requires extraordinary and unusual effort. If counsel seeks compensation that exceeds the limits prescribed by law, he or she must file a motion with the chief judge for an order approving payment of attorney's fees. If the chief judge or designee finds that counsel has proved by competent and substantial evidence that the case required extraordinary and unusual efforts, the chief judge or designee shall order the compensation to be paid. Okay, so nowhere yet has she said that Sarah has asked her to do anything unethical, or anything like it. All she said is that of Sarah, all she said is that Sarah has written her this big long letter. But apart from that, she stated that there was a lot of discovery. And fair. I get it. It's $15,000. It hadn't even been to trial yet. And there was a ton of stuff to review. I get it. $15K is not much money for the amount of stuff that she's talking about that required her attention. Number 8, as a result of undersigned counsel's acceptance and work on the above style case, counsel was unavailable to meet with several potential new clients who then hired other counsel. Opportunities to take on new clients had to be declined, resulting in a loss of fees. Now that's interesting. There we see her conundrum, don't we? Now we're starting to see how she had this conflict going on. I'm not talking about a conflict of interest in the normal sense. I'm talking about here we have her ostensibly not getting paid to do work for her public defender client. And then people offering to pay her money for her private practice. And they're like, here, we want to pay you money. And she's like, I can't. I have this big workload for my public defender client over here, and I ain't even getting paid anymore. The 15K is being used up. Can you imagine how much patience you would have for this client over here, Sarah Boone, who's starting to get a bit annoying, right? She's calling, she's asking questions, she wants to be involved in the process, right? Can you imagine how much patience you would have for her? It would be wearing thin very quickly, right? And you would not have to do very much. As Sarah Boone, you would not need to do very much to make your public defenders get very annoyed with you very fast and want to run. Any excuse you could give as a public defender to get the hell off that case, you would give it. You'd be like, please, may I recuse myself right now, judge? And if judge was the kind to let you get off that case, you'd be like, please, I want to recuse myself. And you know what? This judge and the judge prior, they let him go. They let him walk, which I found unusual. I didn't think that Judge Koenig was going to let Cashman walk, but he did. He let her walk just like that. Okay, and people were all like, oh, well, she was being abused. How? I didn't see her being abused. Not at all. Not even a little bit. All that was happening was that Ms. Cashman had a big caseload. It was a hard case. I get it. But if she was being paid proper money, and I'm not saying that she didn't agree to the terms, she did agree to the terms. But if she was being paid private attorney's fees, she would be a lot more open to dealing with Sarah Boone. I tell you that 100%. All of them would. So because of what is outlined above and the work done by the attorney, failing to pay the fee as requested would be confiscatory. Hey, Badger Witness, how's it going? And hey, Donna Barkley. You have a member thingy? No, you still got it. Right. And then your client tells the court you're lying to her. I can understand how she's like, okay, I tried. Yeah, fair enough. And I remember that. I remember Sarah going that that Cashman was lying. She didn't understand the whole thing about wanting to. She wanted to have bond. She wanted to have a bond hearing, and I remember Ms. Cashman going, "Look, it's not that simple to have a bond hearing. I need to." Basically, in order to have a bond hearing, there needs to be witnesses. There needs to be evidence put forward. You don't just manufacture a bond hearing. It doesn't just happen just like that. And I don't know what was said behind the scenes to make Sarah believe that there was lying going on, but Sarah did say that in court. I remember that. And that must have been frustrating for Ms. Cashman to have that said. I get that. But yes, if the fact of the matter is, if Ms. Cashman's money hadn't already run out, I reckon she would have been a lot more patient with that situation. Cool. Okay. So because of what is outlined above, we got that. Whereas it is respectfully requested that the court enter an order approving amount of $15,000 for attorney's fees and $1,800 for reimbursable costs for a total of $16,800, directing that the undersigned be compensated by the state of Florida Justice Administration Commission and for such others and further relief as the court deems just and equitable. $16,800. I don't think so, Ms. Cashman. I don't think you're going to get that because $15,000 is supposed to be split up between 4, not just yourself. And you were there for 4 months, and Bankowitz was there for a year. Not that I think that Bankowitz did a fantastic job, but we'll see. Hello, Laura. How's it going? Yeah, Badger Witness. It's a serious accusation to make about a lawyer. A lawyer, you know. I see what you did there. Or did you? I'm not sure. Unethical behavior is the thing that would get them disbarred, not being a buffoon or whatever. Yes, however, it's not like it's coming from another lawyer. It was coming from like a defendant, and people don't
Hurrah.
take defense. It was coming from Sarah Boone. I don't think it was taken that seriously. If it was put forth as an actual complaint, like a complaint
Yeah.
to the bar, that's serious. But when defendants just go, "Oh, she was lying," la la la, I don't think it's considered that serious. But yeah, I get it. I get it. No, that was a valley girl, but it was good lol unintentionally. Yeah, I get it. But still, I've been, and it's interesting that this whole thing with money's coming up because remember how a couple of weeks ago I was like, why are these attorneys so sensitive? Like, how come they are? I would think they'd be so much more thick-skinned. I've seen so many attorneys put up with so much worse from defendants, and they've been fine. They've stuck around. Yet these ones, they're all just walking. And then I saw this money. Then I saw this $15,000 flat fee, and the fact that the amount of discovery that's in it, the amount of time-consuming evidence that they have to wade through, and I'm like, maybe, well, not maybe, definitely, this is why. Because yeah, she's annoying, she's a pain in the butt, but so are so many other defendants, right? So are so many other defendants who manage to keep their lawyers around. What's the common factor amongst these ones who keep leaving? Well, maybe it's the fact that they're actually private attorneys who have other clients who have reason to want to leave because they have other clients who would like to pay the money, and the court is letting them recuse themselves without much of a discussion whatsoever. It's becoming quite simple for them to just walk out and go and take paying clients on because they've just the money's run out. The money's run out. Sorry, let's keep going. So amended letter of objection hearing requested multiple attorney case. Do you want to just have a bit of a read of this, Darlie?
Dear Counselor, pursuant to S275304, F.S. The Justice Administration Commission, JACA, reviewed your intended billing affidavit and documentation in the above matter for compliance with statutory and JAC contractual requirements. JAC has no objection to reimbursement of the expert witness fees in the amount of $1,800. Objects to your billing for attorney fees in the amount of $15,000 for the following reasons. Your date of appointment is on this case was 2/9/2024. The legislature established flat fees of $15,000 for representation of felony non-capital murder cases. Multiple attorney case. The aggregate amounts billed for attorneys' fees amongst all attorneys appointed to represent this case exceed the flat established in the General Appropriations Act per S 27 blah blah blah. The flat fees prescribed under blah 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 of the JAC registry contract provides for any case subject to a flat fee if attorney withdraws or is discharged prior to completion of the case, attorney shall only be entitled to a portion of the flat fee to be determined by the court. Where the court appoints more than one private attorney, the total compensation for the initial and all subsequent attorneys may not exceed the flat fee. Absent proceedings under 27 blah. You were appointed to this case, but did not represent the client through the entire course of the case, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thus, sir, good sir, the court appointed more than one private attorney, good sir, to represent this client, sir. Pursuant to S 27 blah, 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 the court must apportion the flat fee among all the private court appointed counsel who worked on this case, good sir. In this matter, you were the fourth of 4 attorneys appointed to represent the defendant. That means you lose. Good day, sir. Yes, I threw in some Willy Wonka there at the end.
I thought you were going to challenge her to a duel.
No, I'm away.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know.
No, our duels involve guns here. So,
Nicholas Lindaris, it is commission,
yes.
Justice Administrative Commission. And also, can we just point out one more time, because I just feel like rubbing everyone's nose in it. You are the fourth of 4 attorneys appointed to represent the defendant. Fourth of 4 attorneys, not 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am so sick of people saying 8. I am so sick of people saying 8. Oh, here we go. There's 4. Oh, she should. There we go. There's the 5th one. Defendant pro se. She should get
Mark
some of the 15.
Consolo. Mark Conswallow. Okay. That's a poor. Okay. Oh, I feel bad for. Oh, high school
terrible.
Must have been a bitch.
Oh, that's bad.
Mark
that
Conswallows.
So Mark Conswallow. Okay.
It's Italian. It comes from the old country. My uncle is a made man. Don't make fun of my last name.
Dolly.
What?
Okay. Because the court must apportion flat fee amongst all private court-appointed counsel, the matter must be heard before the court in a single hearing. You will need to coordinate the hearing date and time with JC and all attorneys listed below. In this case, the following private court-appointed attorneys represented the client during the following periods. Mark Consolo. Dear me. Mavka. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of the how it's I'm just saying that.
Look, Dali, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so Mark Consalo, he didn't even try to bill, right? He waived his fee because he was only there for less than a month. He was there for 3 weeks, right? So good on Mark. Good on Mark.
Class act.
He's a class act. He spat it all out. He's you know what? The 15K, he's not even gonna try and get into the 15K. He's just letting it all just roll over him.
The loss.
He's just gonna swallow the loss. Yep. Nicholas. It's good to have you here, Nicholas. That's funny.
He was so close to getting the 15,000 he could taste it.
He could taste it. He could, but he didn't. He didn't. He's a gentleman.
He had to spit it out.
He did. Anyway, so he's out of the picture. He's gone. Unfortunately, I'd like him to come back so we could make fun of him. But,
I know.
Damn it. Frank Bankowitz, he's the dud. He is the dud and the buffoon, and he's the only one really that Sarah made fun of because he kind of deserved it. Right? He was a pretty useless attorney, to be honest. And he stuck around the longest. He was there from the 11th of July through to the 8th of September the next year. And in that time, I think he pretty much went to about 2 or 3 meetings with her. And yeah, he really started the whole letter thing in terms of like he didn't start writing letters. She started writing letters in response to his uselessness. I'm going to put that right out there, right? If you remember the whole her writing letters, she was writing letters because he went missing in action. And she was like, where the hell is my attorney?
Yeah.
How come I can't get answers? And then she would write letters to the court going, I have this attorney supposedly, but I can't find him. Where is he? That's what the first letters were all about.
And Cashman made note that like she had to spend all this time reviewing the letters that Sarah was writing to her. I think Cashman was pretty good, but at the end of the day, it's only 15,000. And now there's 2-3 other lawyers that are going to be sharks in the water feasting over Sarah's scraps. So
100%. And also Cashman knew that the other 3 had already been around and that she wasn't going to get much money. I think she's not stupid. I think she was like, well, hang on a minute. I've been assigned to this case. The way it's been explained to me about how public defenders being assigned to cases works is that you get assigned unless you have a legitimate conflict of interest. You're assigned and you can't really get out of it. You have to take it.
Yeah.
And then if there's been previous attorneys that have been on it, you're kind of screwed. Like she would have known that there's been all these previous attorneys on it and there's this flat fee. And so where's the budget coming from? Like, so she would have been walking right into it, knowing that there's F all money to be paid to her. Like she's going to have to fight to be paid part of this 15K, and it's 15K.
Yeah.
Right. So as good as she might be, or as much patience as she might have, she would have walked in knowing that there's that hurdle there right from the start. Right.
Yeah.
I can't see how that wouldn't have been on her mind. Half Irish says, I can't remember.
Yeah, sorry.
No, they're not from the public defender's office. No, they are private attorneys who are on the database, basically, of people, like lawyers who will also represent for the public defender's office.
Similar to what Sean does, basically.
Does he still do that?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, unless
I don't
he stopped.
know.
Okay.
I don't know if he does that.
He did, though.
But if you go back and watch the stream that we restreamed of Mentor Lawyer, so James, talking about it, he explained it in great detail. So he talked about how the whole public defender private attorney system works in Florida. And he at the time it didn't quite sit with me, and I didn't realize the significance of what he was saying in regard to this case, and that is that yes, these are private attorneys and they have their own caseload of private work that is paying this much, and then they also are on a database of or on a rotation system, I suppose, with the public defender's office, and they will take on periodically public defender work which pays this much. So there's private work pays this much, public work pays this much. So they'll take these on as well. And unfortunately, sometimes these ones, they take up this much time, but they pay this much. And as James was saying, you're only human. You try to give each equal amount of attention, but then what do? Like one of them's paying you this much money, and then one of them's paying you like hardly anything. And yeah, they do choose to register to be on the public defenders list. Yeah, absolutely. They get themselves into this. They do get themselves into this. They don't have to be. If they have an established practice, they do it as a sort of service. Yes, they do. And I'm not saying that they don't do it without prior knowledge of what they're getting themselves into. Like I don't know if you use the term in your country, swings and roundabouts. So you swings and roundabouts. Do you use that?
We have roundabouts.
Okay, so swings and roundabouts means that there are swings, they go up and down, roundabouts go round and round, right? So it's like risk versus
Reward.
mitigation. Yeah, risk versus reward, right? So if you get onto a system, if you want to play the game, then sometimes you'll be rewarded and sometimes you'll have to pay the price, right? So unfortunately, if you take that risk, a lot of the time things will work out fine. Sometimes you'll get a bad one, right? And when I say a bad one, I don't mean necessarily Sarah. I just mean that in this case, it's a case that has a lot of work involved for the amount of money you're getting paid. So that, and like in my work, for example, if I decide to charge a flat fee for, say, branding work, sometimes that works out really well, and a branding job might just happen like clockwork, and the client loves it the first time, and I can only put in a certain amount of hours, like maybe 20 hours or 30 hours, but then sometimes I can charge the same flat fee and I'll end up putting in 100 hours. But if I do enough of them at the same flat fee, then it'll work out. Swings and roundabouts. Yeah, your brain's having trouble keeping the details of various trials straight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they would too, I would think. They would too. Anyway, so Frank Bankowitz, he was there for a year. Winston Hobson, he was there for 8th of the 9th, 2023 to 9th of the 2nd. So that was about 5 months, I think. Is that right? It's September through to February. Yes. And then Patricia Cashman also, if I recall, not that far off that. So 9th to the 2nd. So February through to June. So less than that. So like 4 months.
18 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, good.
So
more typos.
The longest time was definitely Bankowitz.
Yeah.
And yet I don't actually dispute what Cashman's saying. Like, I think she earned her $15,000 probably.
Yeah.
Right? She probably did. But the fact of the matter is, this is not an hourly rate job. It's just not. She signed up for a flat rate job, and the flat rate, she knew going in that there had been other people who had already started to bill for that flat rate. So there were other people who were going for that $15,000, and likely they were all going to have to end up splitting it up. So, but that honestly, like, wouldn't you think that for a multiple attorney case that the JAC would have made an agreement with each one of them going in? Like, they would have gone, okay, hey, by the way, there's already been 2 attorneys represent this lady, and they as each one finished, they would have gone, hey, by the way, you're finishing up, so the $15,000, you haven't earned the whole $15,000, so at the end there's going to be an evidentiary hearing. And then the next one that came in, they would have known, hey, you're not going for $15,000, you're going to be going for like pro rata. Like it does sound like a little bit like miscommunication and trying to sort it out after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does Dali need a vacation? Oh, are you whining? Are you whining?
I am whining. Yeah.
Right.
You and my dad.
Oh, okay. It's not me. It's not my fault.
No,
I'm not the one overworking you. It's your dad.
Yeah.
It's your dad. All right. I think we're just about done. Is there anything else that's really important in these documents? Let's have a look at this one.
No.
Notice of filing. Oh, the JAC came along and said, yeah, okay. Oh, this one with all the emails in it. Let's have a quick look at this.
Do you need me to?
Yeah, it's just sort of
okay.
Slap.
Let's do it.
I do it.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, kitties. Sorry. The Justice Administration Commission Jackoff has received and reviewed the motion for attorney's fees. As to the above referenced matter, JACA will not be filing a formal response and takes no position as to your motion, except JACA objects insofar as to the estimated attorney fees exceed the statutory presumption of non-indigence pursuant to S2752 random numbers. Jack does not request to participate in any hearing set on the motion. It's our vacation. We don't want to be bothered with Zoom calls. You may utilize this email in lieu of a formal response and should attach it to your motion when you provide it to the court. If the defendant is convicted, the defense must file an accounting with the trial within 90 days of disposition, good sir. Failure to file this accounting will delay Jack from processing any pending due process service bills for payment. Sincerely, Christian Lake. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Ooh, there's his address. There you go. Right. Okay. So objection. And look, we have everyone's email addresses. Everyone. Ooh, David Cacciatore. Like chicken cacciatore. Ooh. Billy Lane. You know what, Billy Lane? I really want to interview him after this is all done. I think he's the hero. Anyway, that's enough of that. Okay. We'll let Dali get some sleep. That's it, guys. Are you muted?
No.
Good.
I just yelled.
You just yelled. All right. So what's today for you guys?
Friday.
It's Friday. It's Friday for you. Wow. It's Friday for you. It's Saturday for me. Are you streaming tomorrow, Dali?
No.
No. Good. Have a rest. Time for a break for you. Thank you, everybody. Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm off to an animal shelter to look at kitty cats.
Oh, that's good.
I know. We'll see how that goes. Take a day off YouTube. Yes, why not? A day off YouTube. I'll stop with the whole Dali, do this. Dali, do that. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Much appreciated. I'll keep you up to date with things. Yeah, if more documents drop, then we might do another Boone. But I think the next Boone is 26th from memory. Today.
Next month?
No, 26th of August.
Month? Yeah, I will go ahead and pull it up. Are you doing hearsay this week?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
But I may change my mind. Guys, I'm going through some stuff right now, as you can
Yes.
imagine. So let's just assume yes for now.
Okay.
But if I change my mind, I'll let you know.
And don't judge her for it.
Don't judge me.
Oh, I'm
Don't
not
judge.
judge, but like just understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next
Yeah.
one is 9/26.
Yes, it's the 26th. So
No,
definitely.
next month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We don't have one in a couple of days.
No, it's not according to the court. I can show you the website.
I believe you.
I know you
It's
do,
just
but
when
I'm
you
tired.
say things like 9/26, I'm like, I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
Like
26/9, whatever.
right. Okay. So the 26th of the 9th is, I suppose, September.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Because I talk the other way around. I go, it's the 9th, it's the 26th of the 9th, which is September. 9 means the 9th day of something. Yep. Okay. September 26th. That's a long time away. I reckon there'll be something in between because they've been
there
every
is
few days
the
lately.
evidence thing, but I don't think that's being streamed.
No,
so.
we're not seeing that. We won't be seeing that, but we'll be, yeah, for sure. There'll be something else in between. For sure, there'll be something else in between. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I will be doing a Coburger stream between now and then. There is a hearing this week coming up, as in next week. But there's a hearing coming up. And I will also be doing, there's another Curry Richards hearing that just happened, and I've just missed out on streaming it for you. So I'll be doing it this week. So yeah, justice for Curry Richards. I keep saying I'm going to do Curry Richards. Well, Curry Richards is happening.
Yay.
Curry Richards is on. So definitely. So yeah, guys, if you don't see me on Hearsay for Days on Sunday, it's just because of things that are going on with me and my lack of cats. Yeah, I will definitely be back doing my normal things throughout the week. So thank you all for all of your support, etc. And yeah, I really appreciate that. And if you could just do me a favor and keep having a look at my previous streams, sharing them around and stuff like that. Last time I had some time off, my channel just went. It was really,
trust me.
It was really difficult. Yeah, when my dad passed in May, I took a couple of days, weeks off, and it was really hard on my channel. So I'm trying not to do that this time. I'm just going to keep going. But that's tough too. So yeah. Hey, I'm Bronze. How's it going? So yeah, just doing my best. But with the whole Sarah thing happening, it should there should always be things to keep going with. So thank you, everyone. It's really cheered me up today. And stay away from those naughty paper clips. Those naughty paper clips. They're really perverted.
Yeah, they're a seductive mistress.
All right. Love you guys all. Thank you so much. You're my family here. And yeah, you make me happy. All right. Time for my song.
Her name was Ella. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. The co-host is Donnie and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud.